Hello, beautiful humans. I'm Jen Madrone, and today I'm going to talk about being an empath. We started this conversation yesterday when we talked about being affected by others' energies and what we can do about that. And so today I want to talk more about the word empath because it's a word that's becoming increasingly popular, especially in the New Age circles and spiritual circles. And so we hear the word empath a lot. And it refers to people that are anywhere on the spectrum of just being aware of other people's energies, feeling their energies, or someone who is so impacted by people's energies that when they go out in public, they may see their whole story. They may feel every emotion that they're feeling and may even know why. And so empath really refers to anybody on that spectrum and experiencing that kind of impact by other people's feelings and emotions. And it's become more popular as a word because as more people are awakening, as we have these newer generations of humans being born that are indigo or rainbow children, we have many, many more people who are empathic, who are greatly sensitive to the energies of others. And awakening itself is a process of raising our vibration, becoming more aware, and becoming more connected to each other and to the energies around us. And so becoming empathic is really one of those byproducts of the awakening process. And that's why so many people are experiencing it and having it impact their life. And for many people, it has a really negative impact because it can be exhausting to feel other people's energies all the time and to feel their grief and to feel their pain and, in a sense, to feel responsible for it. Because it does come from a place of knowing that we are all connected with each other, knowing that there's no separation between you and me. And so that may lead us to feel responsible and to take on those energies and then to feel exhausted by it. And this is not helpful. And so that's why as empaths, we have to learn to use these gifts and kind of transmute what we're experiencing into a higher experience. I have a teacher, a dear teacher, who says that, we cannot be affected by other people's energies. They cannot wield their energy at us either consciously or unconsciously unless part of us on some level gives them permission or recognizes that energy as our own. And I think that so often what happens is empaths, we recognize a certain vibration, a certain emotion, and we've felt that before. And we know it on a deep level. And so we connect it to our own personal experience. And then, wham, we've just taken on all of their energy and we've taken on what they've experienced. And it hasn't helped them and it hasn't helped us. And so part of the spiritual evolution that we're going through right now is learning how to work with these energies and to work with the gift of, experiencing and feeling this interconnectedness and being able to do so in a way that benefits the people around us and doesn't harm ourselves. And so one way to do that is the energetic zip up exercise that I shared in yesterday's video. So you can check that out. I think it's in the feed still pretty close to the top. So you can check that one out. And of course, saging and whatever other clearing exercises that you use. But really what's important here is transmuting empathy into compassion. So compassion is the higher frequency of empathy. And what happens with empathy is that we're feeling other people's pain as our own. And that starts as a unity experience, but it often ends up in an experience of separation because we have this fear and we have this heavy energy that comes in with it. And then we want to separate because we don't want to feel that and we don't want to take that on. And so what started as a unity experience turns into separation, which is the exact opposite of what we're trying to do and what we're trying to heal. Compassion, on the other hand, is recognizing somebody else's pain without taking it on, without recognizing it as your own. Saying, I see what you're going through and I understand. And I have deep love for you and what you're experiencing. And I can hold space for you without taking on that shit that you're carrying right now. And compassion is one of those concepts that can't really be learned mentally. It has to be developed in us. And the only way to learn true compassion is to have compassion for ourselves. And once we have compassion for ourselves and what we're going through, then we automatically have compassion for the people around us because we recognize, like, oh, they're just going through this human shit just like I am. They're just on this human journey just like I am. And we can have deep compassion for them. And with that compassion, then we can learn to use the information that we get. If we're getting information with this energetic awareness, then once we have compassion, we can use that to help the people that are around us. But without that compassion, it's really difficult to really be of value and help other people. And so building the compassion for ourselves involves a lot of deep self-work. And that's the other thing about empathy is if we're distracted by other people's emotions and feelings, we can use that. It might be more fascinating than our own personal work. And so we can use it to distract us. And so we have to return to our own personal work, do the deep inner work, develop the inner compassion, and then we can help the people around us. And so that was a whole lot of information on empathy, and there's so much more. We could talk for days on it. But I really just encourage you when you're feeling other people's energies to, do the zip up, go within and see if you can transmute that feeling of empathy to compassion and just continue to do your own self-work. And if you're feeling this overwhelm from other people's emotions and you really want to keep doing the inner self-work and cultivate the inner compassion that you need, and you're looking for some help or for a mentor, then reach out to me and private message me. We can chat and see if we're a good fit to work together. Until then, leave any questions you have in the comments or in the Facebook page, and I'm just sending massive, massive love to you all. Keep doing the work. Keep shining your light. You guys are awesome. Have a great day. Bye.